No sword in my hands, just a will that won't break. I've seen modest terror tremble, felt every quake. Sam carried Frodo when he couldn't go on. Now I carry that heart even when hope is gone. Then came Gandalf's staff, lit the sky. Even the darkest times still let light fly. From Isengard fall to Helm's Deep's last stand. I rise with the brave, not just sword in hand. Don't fight for crowns, I don't kneel to fate. I stand like Eo and I won't hesitate. Aragorn's cry, Theoden's charge in the fray. I'm the flame in the dusk of the break of day. I don't fight for crowns, I don't kneel to fate. I stand like Eo and I won't hesitate. Aragorn's cry, Theoden's charge in the fray. I'm the flame in the dusk, the break of day. The law of the rings, I give it all. From Moria's dark to Mountain Fall. The law, beyond the pain. We fight till it's over, we rise again. From ashes we rise, we answer the call. We stand for the light, we are one for all. Born with the fire like smog in the air, but I learned from Boromir, beware despair. Power corrupts, the ring's heavy price. Gollum fell chasing it twice. I saw Denethor fall, blinded by fear, while Faramir stood, silent but clear. Galadriel's grace, but a fire inside. She passed on the test, while others just lied. I'm not just a fighter, I'm light through the shade. Like Legolas swift, and Gimli unafraid. From Rivendell's peace to the Black Gate's cry, I rise like the eagles, I will not die. Hello, we give it all. From the Shire to Shadow, we heed the call. Hello, beyond the flame, with hearts unbroken, we rise again. Through trolls and wraiths, we rise through the fall. We stand for the weak, we are one for all. Hello, through fire and stone, from ends that march to thrones overthrown. Hello, no fear remains, even Sauron's shadow breaks at our name. We carry the ring, we answer the call. We stand as the light, we are one for all. I am here with the fellow of the rings.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to tonight's live stream. How is everybody doing? It's Saturday night and it's time for Rise to War. Get ready. We're here for the next couple of hours with you. And let's have some fun. So what's up? We got Noah B in the house. Let me pop my stream over here, on my chat over here. What's up, Joshua? We got Necromancer finally on time, huh? We got Weblintos. Don't forget to press the like button. That is true. Don't forget to press the like button. What's up, Salt? How you doing, my man? Nick Rush. How's fellow doing tonight, bro? I am doing pretty good. It's been a long day. It's been a long day today, but it's been good. Hope this is an epic stream as always. I hope so too. That's what we always aim for anyways. What are you guys doing this Saturday? Tomorrow Pass is open. Time to fight Bear and is it Alcoa? I wonder what that stands for. While we're chatting here, let me pop up my game, Alcoa. What does that stand for, my man? Let me see if I can change the settings really quick. Somebody said something about changing the FPS. Let me change the FPS. Oof, that's a pretty high FPS. Yeah, let's change it to a lower FPS. No, I mean, it's at the lowest, actually. No. Automatically disable Windows mouse acceleration. Higher definition. I actually don't want higher definition. All right, let's save that. The issue is, yeah, let's see where I'm already at the lowest possible on L player. Yeah, nothing else that I can do, I think. Yep, that should be good to go then. All right, let's start it up. Last night of Angmar. Okay, time to continue not being zero with Rome. Today was the 19th day of fighting over the same crossing. Jeez. Hey, fellas, see a couple of reports in the score of good versus evil. I will check that out in just a bit, my friend. It's been a long day today, so our fighting hasn't stopped. Non-stop fighting still. I think we should be good to go. Wait for the game. See, where is LD player? That should be good. All right, it's loading up, guys. What's up, Queen Cleona? Where you are welcome to load faster LD player. You are very welcome to load faster if you want. Alright, bro, I just saw this. Let's hope that this loads faster than it did last time. So I don't got anything that I need to turn off. So I can close Discord for just a minute while this loads. Close this screen here. What are you guys up to today? You know, besides fighting nonstop in your servers. Stop Kaib Taco Solo PZDC. Finally over a migraine. Well, that's what happens when you play and you don't sleep, Cleona. Like fighting on like 15 different places. Never sleeping. Yeah. Wow. Can LD player get any slower today? Come on. Stick it 100%. Come on. Well, what is this here? An interesting thing. What's up, Marco? First time I look at your channel. Wow. I feel honored, my friend. Are you a Rise to War player or are you new to Rise to War? Let's just let me save this image here for myself. That was an interesting thing here. That showed up. Give me a second here. Saved. Let's restart this thing. This is Slippy. Remodeling the wife's closet during this rainy weekend. That's pretty cool, man. Doing that for your wife, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so you fought in what we fought in the past. What team were you in, Marco? You ever figured out who that all other alt is, Nico? Not support, whatever that meant. Let's see if that's gonna load faster this time. Oh, what's your in-game name? So I done something here that messed up the speed because it's just not loading. Okay, we're 100%. Are you gonna load or not? LD. Oh, you're not gonna load, really? I'm gonna have to restart it. Well, Angus, we just took Isengard to Love Fellowship. Doing pretty good, man. Non-stop fighting has been kind of crazy. I'll show you guys what it looks like in just a bit. I'm trying to get this emulator to work. Nah, we haven't reached the 100 mil pin yet. We hit like 80 something thousand, but that was it. And it's gone down a little bit. Let's see. Hopefully it loads up properly now and I don't have to break my computer. It is a bit crazy how slow it's been today. Flipping the bird. Well, I don't know who that question was for, but that was for Queen. Please load. Finally, geez, I don't know what happened, but changed the setting and now we are back in. Look, right now, this is where we are. We lost. I showed you guys yesterday, right? We lost the pass, and now we're just here defending this crossing with the rest of the team. This is one interesting formation for Shizzle. All right, let's defend. Seemed like an okay hit. Ooh, not bad at all, my boy. Woo wee. Whew. I mean, the guy's, yeah. Not sure if it was that good of a hit, honestly. Now that I look at the difference, you know. Let's have a look at some reports. This one hurt a lot. Difference in damage is not that much. I mean, got cheaper units, which I'm fine with this. Not bad. Not bad. Got turbine. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're full here and here. 205. Nice. Yeah, I'm really working hard to get. Jeez, that was a good hit. Ertz is putting in some work, man. Interesting to see a lot of all evil formations doing this well versus the meta. It's just kind of crazy, honestly. I need to rework. I need to rework some of my things here. Where is Galadriel? Okay. Jeez, yeah, left took the rain this week. 1.6 mil. I'm right behind Bessie now. What's up, Nazgo Cheese Rider? How you doing? Let's see what we got. Barracks are not doing bad, actually. I need some more Bjornings. I'm really liking Hill Trolls, though. All right, my man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ooh, COLF took the third place now at 4.1. Jacks in front of me. In sixth place now in... Oh, man. Most of the time my name is MB, but it could that sometimes the name was Supernatural. All right, man. Good stuff. Where are you now? Are you still with the Gaia crew? How you doing? Your barracks still full, not enough PvP today. Well, I'm testing things out, man. Look, let me show you guys something that I tried earlier today. Now, I'm thinking of the large unit formation. I tried this earlier. Where is it? No, not this one. Was a little bit before this. So I tried a couple of things earlier today with a all large, like, you know, a mainly large unit setup. QC, you've had it fellow. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm slacking a bit. But look, so I've been trying a couple of things here. If you look on this, not this one, the one before. Just look at PvP. So I tried these two fights here. Now I'm trying to think what are ways. Don't worry, QC. I'm trying to think here. How can I make my triple large unit setup strong? And I thought of running Oglerg for his, you know, for his R4. Just get that huge boost of defense to his trolls. I mean, his top R0 is actually really decent. Okay. Looking at, you know, running Black Serpent for the, he just buffs so much. Okay, that does attack for 4 formations, man, evil man, and beasts on 3, and then large units another, the 10 plus, you know, all this here. So another, so 22 attack and defense, 22, but then another crazy amount of defense here, plus 15, another 18, so 30 something. And so 50 here essentially, and then some crazy amounts of attack. So thinking of trying that. What's up, Noel? How you doing? And then of course Guahir buffs, you know, large units. So we're playing around with this. Still not very, you know, not really comfortable with it. Ran a similar setup, but in this case running instead of running Gandalf, I ran Isildur, and it, you know, it did okay versus a pretty good meta formation. You know, he's not, you know, definitely by no means weak at all, and he did quite well considering he's running very, 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 very expensive units here. Something that I'm you know, now what I'm gonna look into is just how much I can buff with a single commander the defense and attack of large units. But look at this. After, you know, give, you know, the lineup, the unit types, the equipment, all these things, and I'm not running the optimal. What do you think of the non-meta, of the meta squad, you know, running Undyne and not Gandalf the White? It's been incredible. I'm considering trying this formation right here with Undyne instead of Gandalf. I think it's incredible. But, you know, if you go to Commander, you start looking at how the skills stack. You know, just let's start with the Isildur. So let's start with, okay, this is enemy's Gandalf. Now you got, so Guahir, and give initiative to 2 units. Ignores 41 of the target's defense, which is pretty good. Then you have Isildur giving defense to, you know, making Black Serpent's defense 170, but then making Bjorn's defense to 200, Guahir's 220, Hill Trolls 313. Okay, Hill Trolls 245, Bjorn's 205. You got some more stuff. You got Black Serpent making Hill Trolls 336. And it keeps going. Look at all these, the defense. Bjorn's 261. And then Oglerg, look at this. Oglerg makes, so I mean, 359. That's the defense of his own Hill Trolls. So that's pretty high. Did it fully work? Not necessarily, because, you know, in NRP, end up fighting a lot of dudes like these that do, you know, focus damage. So defense is kind of useless. So it is, no, it is looking good. It's just not fully there yet. You know, I don't think I'll run Oglurg, although in order for me to make sense to run Oglurg, I have to run him as a tank. 350 defense. You really want to take advantage of that. So in this case, if I'm going to run a tank, I prefer running Oglurg maybe more than maybe a Sildor. But the issue with running defense is that you're gonna get hit, you know, from focus damage from him and focus damage from him, and even from him. You know, it's very minimal, but you're still getting hit. So working on a better build with this group here. But you know, as you can see, we did okay versus these guys here. We're not running any damage mitigation, just full offense, and that might have to be the case. You tell him, QC. You tell him. Open up Discord here. I think that's the PC kind of chilled out now. I can get Discord up again. It might be that with this team, we essentially just make an all offense setup. The issue with that is usually okay. The issue with this is there's a pretty high chance. Yeah. There's a pretty high chance of where is Galadriel? She's there. Okay. Okay, so let me think. Let me go steps. Take a few steps back. There's, yeah. So there's a very high chance of the second hit, me just getting wrecked, and that's what I'm trying to build, is a team that will, you know, destroy the first fight. Come second one, come the second fight, at least he draws. Kind of feel there are not enough versatile T2s, T3 large units for every race. That's true. That would be interesting, that, you know, to get more units. We're getting more commanders, but not new units. But yeah, that would be interesting. That would be. So yeah, we're working on. It's a work in progress. Evil Sand Wanderers. Good question, man. Good question. All right, so we're stacked. For anybody asking, we're stacked over here. Lost the pass. Loads of fighting in multiple places. You got, you know, some fighting over here from Rad and Dash with Neon and Neon, or Neon and Fire. We still have our pin over here, 61 million. 8 days in a row now. Let's go. And now you have a pin at the top here between Noad, Diesel, Heon, and Elo. We're trying to, you know, keep them from taking this pass right here, which would be a problem if they did. Yep, that's what's happening, y'all. Let's go for another hit here with our boy Helm. Good question though. Now let's go. No idea, man. No idea when that's coming. Damaged by the commander's formation unit. Targets affected by stun. I mean, 242, man. 242 of attack. it's a bit nasty in it. It's a lot of attack. Bjorn sitting on that 88. Okay. 192. All right, that looks good. And Guahir sitting at a lot more defense than offense. Okay, well then you get another extra 10 here. 139 might be a bit, maybe a bit on the low side. Maybe, just maybe. Let's see how we do though. Sucks. Somebody's gonna then not let me recall. All right, not bad versus Wrath Beast. I'll take that. Wrath Beast has a pretty decent setup. So we did 338, 262. Not bad, not bad. Man, it's gonna be a. You always run Helm as tank or just in that formation? No, just in this formation. And just for now too. I kind of think that he would be better, ran with a ranged or something that doesn't tank. That's just my take on this. But we're trying that for now. One. So far away. 140, 20. A lot of fighting this season. Man, no stop. Non-stop fighting so far. All right, all right. Nick, honestly, in this case, I'm trying to think what I feel would be the best possible setup here for this large unit. I want to take advantage of Guahir because he does well. He boosts the damage quite well from his R4. Oh, where is it? Now, if you look here, he does boost the damage well from his R4. Let's see if he did well this time versus these guys. I mean, it's a bit lower than I had in the previous round. I had 111,000 from his R4 before. So 67,000 is still not bad. So I want to take advantage of this. Okay. But I'm trying to find what would be the best support. Let's have a look. No, in this case, you're right, Nazgul. I'm set up to do defense and not offense, so the attack will also be lower. I gotta change some of the gear here. So I feel like Helm should be at the back. Could do, we could do something like Undying as the tank and giving that evasion. And then Helm, Guahir, and Azog. I kind of wanted to also, though, take advantage of Thorin, honestly. I think that potentially, because my concern with Helm as a tank, he's doing damage, but I was hoping for him to. So look, boosts damage here, which is great. Give some defense, which is also, you know, it's nice. This is also really good, right? It has a chance to proc stun and stuff. And then if, you know, if they gain madness immunity and whatnot. So it's pretty good. Let me see, where's Galadriel? What happened to Galadriel? Is she dead? Yeah, she's probably dead. Yep. Ugh, Lucy always taking the second hit. All right, this is a really strong hit here. I'm happy with this. Semi is pretty strong, so I'll take this win any day. I know they do, Nick. That's what I'm considering here. You know, I'm considering running something like that. This is a nice hit. 43k of healing. Let's go. But then, you know, this doesn't help. I mean, we didn't do bad, though. We did 152 with a little bit of madness, so I'll take that. Are we going up in life? Going up. You know, taking down their army so they don't force us. So I need 3 large units because Guahir will buff 3 large units. I could go with Guahir, Thorn, and Helm. Helm will be running a medium unit. What's up, MSV? Hello, you half-dead formation killer. You're not holding that grudge against me, aren't you, from yesterday? Come on, man. Come on, bro. So I could run those 3. Helm, Thorn, and Guahir. That could be one to go with. Could go Azog, Helm, and Guahir as well. Could go Kirun. What's up, Martin? Could go with Kirun. With the CC as a tank in a way. Lots of options, and you know, I'm not trying to. What's up, Porky? How you doing, brother? How you guys doing this beautiful Saturday? What happened? Nothing, man. We're still here at the crossing, you know. Just trying to dwindle away their units, their formations. They got 16 over here, plus 16 over here. Then no ad and Ilya are just sitting here, just waiting for us to get through so they can try to hit us too. So that's just the reality of the situation, man. All right, we'll take these, and then we can also take 32. We'll take that one. The pass is gone, though. Yeah, we lost the pass yesterday morning. What's up? Angus hitting us up with the 10-pound super chat, man. What's going on? Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Mucho gusto. If you ran Isildur with Guahir, Helm, Thorn, they could have more defense gear on them with Isildur defense. So that's the thing. I've been running something like that, Nick. The issue is, I mean, if you saw the report I showed earlier, both hill trolls had 350 of defense. And that worked okay. Let's go back here. That ran okay. But facing Scowhelms, if somebody's running Saruman and Scowhelm, that defense just goes to the trash. Let's see, was it this one? Yeah, it was this one, for example. Okay, they had such high defense. Okay, let's just go over here so I can show you. Okay, so at the very end here, look at the defense from Olglurg's Hill Trolls, 359. That's a lot. I mean, every single large unit had at least 200 of defense. Look, Guahir, this is diminishing defense from Sauron, so it went down, right? But even so, if you look at this, this is all commander, which is kind of nice. But the units up before that, look at the defense. 217 from Bjornings, 182 Swanites, Bjornings 261. 261. Oh, this is defense. Swanites 239 of defense. Hill Trolls 336, Hill Trolls 268. So the defense wasn't the issue. And like I said, this is not a bad result when you consider this is a R5 Olglurg and a R9 Black Serpent. So the result was actually very, very decent. Okay, the issue is if I'm fighting versus two really strong elemental commanders, all the defense I just put up probably will go to waste. And so MSV, the thing is right now I'm really working on the large unit build. I'm trying to to come up with a potential large unit formation that will work with Guahir. He buffs only large units, right? And so I could only run 2 large units, or I can run 2 large units that do damage from troops instead of 3. But I really want to see if I can make a large unit formation work. That's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully I can. And the reason why I'm kind of breaking my head right now is I'm trying to build it in a way that the cost of the large units is offset by how much survivability I'm able to bring. One thing that I could do is bring Undying as a tank with Swanites and give that evasion and that healing. I could do that. The other thing I could try, which I don't think would be successful, is running Radagast. Radagast has, if I'm running Bjornings or Eagles, Fell Beasts, then we can run that. So focus damage dealers go through unit defense. Yes, so any elemental damage from both commander and from unit, they bypass unit and commander defense. That's why in NRP it's a bit trickier to run full unit defense, gear, because if somebody's running Scowhelm or Sestaro and Saruman, all that focus, all that defense kind of goes to waste. Problem is your large unit setup didn't work against focus damage. That's exactly my point, MSV. Having 350 unit defense is great, right? But it suffers versus, oh geez, but it suffers versus elemental. Minus 25% focus, but attack is lower. Oh, well, let me have a look here. Give me a second. I have a little spreadsheet that just tells me exactly what the damage is from Entings. Oh man, where are they? They're not here. Oh, Enting. It's, I mean, it is pretty low. It is pretty low. Let's see. The Hill Troll has a 19.6 damage stat average. 19.6. The Enting has a 15.2. So that's a 4-point difference there. Entings could be an option though. I'm not gonna lie. Entings could be an option. And like I'm saying here, the idea is not necessarily to. Let's have a look at Entings. The idea here is not to necessarily be a damage dealing formation with this large, but to survive as much as possible. So I mean, actually, Entings could be an option. Actually, guys, it could work. Let me see something here. No, not the relic. This is large units. Okay, that's fine. Look at Black Serpent here really quick. Nope, I want beasts. So that's the thing. Then Entings are not beasts. So some of the ideas I have might go down the drain. Yo, what's going on here, Angus? Yo, so we gotta stop the stream, yo. We just got a 50-pound super chat from Angus. Bro, you just made my Saturday, man. Honestly. Let's go. Angus, thank you so much, my friend. Wow. What a Saturday. Kind of hard even have a reply to something like this, my friend. You are incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. I'm glad that these live streams are helping. And by the way, we are working, Vessi and I, possibly in the next couple days here. We're gonna have our first masterclass, so stay tuned for that. That's gonna be probably the best series we're gonna do. If not the best, one of the best series we're gonna do on the channel here. Jeez, they don't stop gathering. It's like 30, 40 again. Nazgo, I think they just need to get rid of some colossal units and bring them to large units to make them more versatile. Barely see colossal going unless you got absolutely nothing to do. That is true. I mean, they should remove. I actually want to use Mumakil, but I would never use them with that status of colossal. It just doesn't make sense. I wish that Mumakil were not colossal units. Or at least make it so it's not as, it's not that expensive. It's just, I understand. We were talking about that, a couple days ago, where Mumakil will hit a four forts at a time. So it makes sense for it to be 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay. But if you want to fight, if you want to fight with them, it's 2 moves that you can only do. It makes no sense. So you got to send them to your, what's up, Just Still? You got to send them to your fort first and then into a place, and you're done. Like, there's nothing else to do. It just doesn't make sense. What we might have to do in this case here. Yeah, man, there's a lot to think about here, because, like, honestly, Black Serpent is one of the best stats boosting for the whole formation you can get. I mean, he's gonna be my next one to R10. I really want to get his relic. I'll get it, and I mean, just to unlock it, I guess. It's definitely, the skill was very average. Plus 30. That's a lot of money for that. Black Serpent is BS. He sure is. I mean, so he's very, very, very decent at what I'm trying to do here. But then essentially, I need somebody to give me some damage mitigation. I would not want to. I don't think I would want to run, Gandalf the White, remove him from my meta team, and into a large unit setup. This guy heals so much that I could see myself running something like an all Fell Beast team. Just a flying team, essentially, with Radagast kind of being the White Council kind of guy, because, with his early rounds healing, you kind of get that, that White Council is sort of an effect, because, he heals, for the first 4 rounds, he heals 3 formations every single round, and he does the same thing, every other round here, and this goes throughout the fight. So you could see something like this go on, and then you can basically run Guahir with Black Serpent. So he's gonna boost the stats, offense and defense. Guahir is gonna boost the damages that you do with all these 3 skills. And if you get him to Z1, you can basically do 5 levels here. You can do 10, and then like a few points here for the extra defense and offense. Okay, this is early round 2 for the offense and defense. Potentially something like that. And you need a 4th commander that's going to be, in this case, you're already boosting stats, you're healing, and you're also boosting stats from Radagast. Radagast does very average, but I guess you're going to kind of get that compound, effect from everything, because Guahir will boost a few points in defense and offense. Black Serpent, does that as well. But then you got this right here from Bird Tamer, which is, 3 large units get plus 20, and you get another 12, so 32, and then some initiative here. I wish this says flyers, so eagles or fell beasts. So that could work. Something like that could work extremely well. But the thing is, you need a 4th commander to do something like that. So you could run, my thought is, you either run Azog, because he also does this, attack and defense. So he's going to boost you as well a little bit. You get this, okay? And you get this right here for the stun and stuff. And also running Beast, you get this, Okay, so it could be, you could try Radagast, Azog, and the other two guys. That could be an interesting one. Or you can try, instead of then running 4 beasts, you can run 3 beasts and then run Helm. Helm will not be a bad choice either, because he does the damage increase here, does the dual blows here, and his own medium units then do crazy amounts of damage. Or you can run, let's see what else you could run potentially. Now the reason why I'm not thinking of running a Isildur is because the whole focus situation we just talked about. So I would not necessarily think of using him. What could be another option? Witch King, maybe? Witch King could be an interesting choice. That's what you guys got to say. I think they need... Okay, that's the thing we talked about. Okay, wait a second, fellow. How do you look at damage mitigation? What is your thinking point of that? Commander buff? It could be either or, I'm thinking here, so I have enough commanders that can give me defense. I don't need defense. I can probably running Radagast, BS, Guahir. I can probably give my entire formation's defense to about 230, 240, maybe even 250. And even the offense, the attack, I can get the attack to be extremely high as well. Probably around 250. So the physical aspect, I got it covered. The issue here is the damage mitigation, like a White Council sort of an effect. Because, like I said, I don't want to run something like that. I don't want to run that. So you have a few ways of doing damage mitigation. You have evasion, okay, and you have pure damage mitigation, which like the likes of White Council, or let's see, White Council. Yeah, essentially White Council. There are other few commanders who have similar skills, but they're just not as strong. Like, for example, Aragorn, King of Men. Potentially could run him as a troop buffer and do it like that. Yes, I agree with you. That is one reason why I said a little bit earlier that I consider running Undying in this team. And Undying, for me, he does not need to be... I would get him to R10 just because I could unlock his relic and... just for the stats. But other than that, I don't think I could. I don't think for this formation, Nazgul, I can afford to run both Key Rune and the Undying. I need one support, and that's all. What I like my formation to do at the end of the day is to be just a wall. A huge just wall. That's all I really want. Nothing else. If I can make this formation, take 5-6 hits and just not die, I will say I've done my job. Because from my point of view, not every formation needs to be an offensive one. You can have just a pure defensive formation where, you need to hold down a tile. So you do that by just doing as much mitigation as possible. Yes, Frodo with Great Beast is a great example. So maybe that's what I gotta do. Then in this case, my concern with Kirun and Undying is a good option, but better. Better than that is Gandalf the White. It's difficult, can be good option, but better. Luna, that's I have mixed feelings about that now. I've been seeing a lot of huge success with people just running Undying, and without running, you know, Gandalf the White, and it does incredibly well. I mean, look, you see the demon here, like he or she, they run an incredible formation, and it just does extremely well. You know, very early. And again, one thing that I'm not running here that I probably would run in this case, all 4 of my commanders will likely have, you know, either evasive action as the trait in their gear, or divide and conquer for the late round. Most annoying formation are 4 support tanks. Yeah, they hold their own. You can make a formation completely out of tanks to slow outer the other side down. Yes, but I'm trying to build the optimal, like the most OP tank formation. I think you guys kind of, if you watch my streams from, you know, months ago, you know that I'm a big fan of survivability over pure offense. I just like that. Some people like just to go pound and die and then go back later. That's why I ran Galadriel in, you know, 1.0. That's why I ran Ball and Retaliate 1.0. It wasn't to wreck everything. It was for the survivability. And so I'm trying to work on something like that. 3 support, 1 DD formation, also so annoying. Yes, it is. But I don't think that formation can outperform the best 2-2. You know, it's the ceiling becomes, depending who you fight, the ceiling can become a little bit too low for you to be able to run, you know, that formation. Dane 300k damage, it's insane. I haven't seen Dane do 300k damage in a very long time though, MSV. Unless you have a recent report that you can send me, I haven't seen 300k from, you know, from a commander like that. Give me a second here. I'm gonna, let me see. Got some reports from a friend running. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna look at some reports here really quick. It's such an expensive. I want to see some results versus evil side though, Trunan, if you ever have one, because versus good side, I feel like it's not as hard to win. Versus evil is the challenge. Versus evil is the desafio. What's up, Turgo, my man? Best DD, prove me wrong. Yeah, I don't know, Necro, if I can agree with that. I honestly don't know if I can agree with that. Let's leave Galadriel here for a while now. Lurtz is definitely underrated. Problem is Gandalf the White fixing most of unit damage formations. Yeah, I can see what you mean. I mean, I bet somebody has had to save that report, because I haven't seen a Dane do 300k in damage in forever. I love to see Dane doing 300k of damage. Who MSC? Do you remember who he was running? Do you remember what were the three, units? Three other commanders he was running. I mean, it would be kind of cool to see. I could. You need a lot of boost in your formation in order for Dane to do that kind of damage alone. Honestly, what's up, Hard Brew? How you doing, buddy? Let me see. I don't think I have. Oh, I needed War Drummers to test a few things. I could see War Drummers being a unit that would help him get to that point. But I don't think we have War Drummers as. I don't think we unlocked War Drummers, did we? Nope, sir. Got a lot of wusses though. I'll be trying that later. Hey, buddy. Hey, Catnip. How are you doing? They do die too fast, but the idea is if you can help Dane do 300k of damage, bro, I will let those War Drummers die any day of the week. Sorry, War Drummers. I'm sorry, but I would. Yeah, man, I'm trying to think here what could work. I don't know. There's so many ideas, in this season right now. I'm doing really well. Hope you guys are doing good too. Guys, look, don't forget, before we're just past the 1 hour mark. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like. The like is the easiest way to support the channel. All good. You've been destroying my barracks though. Where are you? I haven't seen. When did I hit you? Oh, there is a command I needed to look at really quick too. It sucks because some of the commanders that I'm really excited to test out, I have them at low respect. So the goal for me is going to be getting every single commander in this account to R10. R10 gives me, the T2s and T1s, I will ascend into legendary in R10. And if I ever think any of them, I want to get to Mythic, then I will get them to Mythic. Like Shadow is probably going to be the only one right now that I will. Then I really want to get him at R10, her at R10, and then every Mythic at R10. Like, for example, her. Like and subscribe. Come on, y'all. Let me see. I like her healing here. 3 units, okay. Every single round, okay. When the commander's formation is comprised of orcs, evil men, or beasts, and 3 allied units launch normal attacks. Ooh, baby, this could be a good one. Okay, this is the issue now. Ah, darn it. And this is going to be for evil men. Yeah, this kind of sucks. These 2 skills are very good. For what I'm trying to do, this could be really good. But I was really wanting to run large units. I guess I could. No, it doesn't work. Could run these guys, but then these 2 then just don't work. So she, I could test her, but only 2 skills of her would do what I need her to do. So some healing here, and then some damage here. Yeah, she's off the table for me. At least for what I'm trying to do. He's still he could still be, part of what I'm wanting to do for the support, the mitigation and the healing at rounds. See, this is the beautiful thing. The early mitigation makes it so I don't really need to really have Radagast, because the first few rounds I could just be mitigating. Evasion would mitigate all that damage, so I could run him, and then the healing at round 4. In round 5, yes. Okay, so at round 5, So that could be one to go with. Nah, he's not. He's also another option, like I mentioned to you guys before. But then I really didn't want to run. See, this really, for this build here, that I'm trying to run beasts and not just any large units. This would kind of not be what I'm looking for. Damage received by tremendous formation and one light formation. What's up, Dahi? My key rune is almost R10, buddy. Almost R10. Ogler only really buffs himself, so that he's out of the table. He's still in. He'd be one that's gonna boost my my stats. Wait. Chatting here with somebody. Talking about a tanking formation. Woohoo, I like Kieran a lot. Yeah, Kieran is pretty good. My lord. Let's see what Beruthia, let's see what she looks like. Her relic does nothing really. Yeah, damaged by her. Not really what I'm looking for. Her skill. Plus 12. And then another 12. That's pretty weak. That's 24 defense. Undying, Key Rune, Guahir, Helm Azog. Potentially that could work, Nazgul. I'm gonna see if I can get everybody to level 45 to really test. I mean, are they 45 already? I don't think so. Yeah, he's at 40 still, so he's almost 45. Do we have? Yeah, I don't have anything. I think. Now, you good, my man? Let's see. Do we have anything to buy in terms of? I think we bought all the ones we could get some of these. No, that's up to 40. I already did all those. Yeah, we got everything. Yep, we're good to go. There is a build that could work. Jeez, Vessi, I was just writing about evasion to you right now. That is crazy. Sorry, guys. I'm also texting Vessi here, talking about some ideas. That was funny. Quick question here, though. Oh, that is pretty cool. Vassie, a mind reader, sent it. Yeah, I mean, I wrote to Vassie and I've been talking today about these different formation types, and we're talking about this tank situation, and he mentioned something that could potentially work. I might have to test it. So undying. Okay, so I'm gonna think here now. Some early. All right, let's go. Let's go, my man. I appreciate it, guys. The fourth commander for your army could work well as an enemy debuffer instead of an ally buffer. Yes, that could be one. So here are some ideas. Okay, there is an idea potentially to run something like, you know what? I'm gonna test it for you guys instead of telling you. So, do I have enough woodsmen? Let's see here. Do I have enough woodsmen to test one out? Oh, I don't. Jeez. All right, so we're gonna have to start building some for this test. All right, let's do 2 batches of woodsmen. And we have the, I mean, I kind of still wanted some sort of, ooh, oh, it's just, Sunan is just evil, man, isn't it? If she buffed man units, that would be kind of dope. Where is the lady? It's the only evil man, isn't it? I wish they changed that to man as well. That would be kind of what I'm looking for. So potentially could run something like this. Okay. Could potentially, oh, I think some of them are not here. Are they here? Probably not. Oh, they're not here. Let's see where they are. That's not, is him with him? Where is, okay, so Radagast is there. Although he probably, in this case, be out of my idea. What's up, Seabass? How you doing, man? That's, I mean, you guys see there's only 5 likes in the live stream. I might have to hop on. No. Necro, you gotta refresh. We got 26 likes, bro. 26. Don't forget to like, guys. Come on. It's the free way to support the channel. Okay. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Oh, this is what I like. This is like my favorite thing about this game is the theory crafting. So hopefully, I hope you guys don't find it boring, because this is really how you learn. Damage reduction or evasion. I wonder if I'm trying to think here a way to use evasion. So Nazgo, that's exactly what I just sent to Vessi right now. Bro, we're like everybody in this chat is like in tune with what I'm trying to build. That's awesome. Being good, trying to catching up with farming after missing all of yesterday. I asked that 2 days ago in DM in game to me. Oh man. What a nutball, man, I am. Where are you, bro? Nazgul. 2 days. So on the first day of Christmas. I don't see you here, bro. Where are you at, Nazgul? I don't see you here, bro. Where you going? Oh, here we go. Oh, you did ask that question, my man. Let's find out. We should probably find out. I mean, shouldn't we try? I mean, I can't try right now, bro. You guys are hitting us so hard that I can't pull a formation back. Bro, who's coming to hit me? You serious? Oh, who's coming at me? I'm gonna wreck you, fool. Somebody's like, yo, I'm gonna hit this guy. He's live streaming. Let's stream snipe this dude. It's like let's stream snipe. Literally, he's sniping with his flying formation. Guys, look, let me ask you guys sincerely this question. What's up, Ghost? I feel like that hit is not gonna end well. I mean, probably not. What's up, Sleepy? Look, let me ask you guys a sincere question, okay? We have 45 people watching, and since we started the stream, I have my phone here with me. I checked the stats. Am I right to admit or to think that every single one of you in the stream here have already subscribed to the channel? Swift, come on, man. You can't really expect to hit my gala formation and not get wrecked. All right, look, it's a sincere question. You know, we got 45 people here. I'm gonna have to assume everybody has subscribed already. Good idea, Nazgo. Shout out. I'm not gonna share his report. Let's shout out Swift. Here we go. Shout out to Swift. Yeah, almost 200k damage because hard rule. He hit a counter, right? I love to go back to the days of running triple support and getting Dane to do 300,000 on his own. The only way I can see that working, just kind of out of the top of my head right now, would be to run Gandalf the White, run Sauron, and potentially Galadriel, and then have, run War Drummers. Angus, I get what you mean, man. That would be, oh, we have a new like. See, we had a fool that hadn't yet subscribed. Come on. I'm just kidding, guys, by the way, okay? Don't get angry, please. We can neither confirm nor deny was subscribed to your channel. Ghost, you're like the easiest person to track that you are subscribed to. I think you've been with me, what, 2 years now? Come on, man. Can't remember full pack of support. No, it's cool, guys. Look, day 18 out of 18. Imagine what's gonna be like when we're like hitting day 100 out of 100. Whew. So the only way now, a quick question for you guys, because I know you are hard, I appreciate it, buddy. Now, one thing I don't remember here, and you guys, cause I haven't used War Drummers in such a long time that I personally don't remember. Now, if I run 2 War Drummers, okay, will they? Okay, listen to this really quick. Okay, will they both stack the damage on my Dane? Okay, because let's look here. If you have War Drummers, I appreciate it, Hard Rule. By the way, yeah, Hard Rule is like a couple months ago when I was trying to get back into my routine of streaming. Every week he'd be like, hey buddy, hey, are you live this week? Are you live this week? And I couldn't make it. But Hard Rule's always there, in my DMs on Discord cheering me on. It was really cool. I appreciate it, buddy. Now the question is, if you look at War Drummers, where are freaking War Drummers? War Drummers down here. Come on, buddy. Here we go. This beautiful looking thing. Now, will this, action in each round, the next one instance of damage dealt by 2 allied formations plus 20. Who can tell me for example, if I run 2 War Drummers, will that give me 40%? Or no? Will they stack? Ghost, you have the ultimate ring. Oh, I'm gonna have to try. The issue, I don't think I'll be able to try it this season anymore, Nazgul, because I think we've selected all of our neutral units, and honestly, I don't have access to War Drummers. Because I'm pretty sure your guys would never let me, fly over here to get some. Where are the War Drummers? It would be cool if you guys did. Oh, I know, it's okay, bro. Look, we're playing a war game. If our season wasn't so so crazy, it would be easy for, hey, let me fly over to the, I could. See, I don't know how friendly these guys are, and I don't think I can make it there. By the way, that would be cool though. It's not too far. Not too far, but it is far, and I'm pretty sure I get all my forts just wrecked over here. Yeah, man, you've been with me, Ghost, for so long now, man. Cleone, yeah, Cleone, you're gonna get such a cool looking rings just soon. If anybody has some War Drummers, they can they can try to see the double. Because I can see Dane still doing, unless it was MSV, unless MSV can find the report of Dane last season doing 300k of damage with triple support. Bro, that's hard to believe, man. I suggest flying over and naming your forts friendly. The issue with that, though, Demon Goddess, is because there's that ring ability that people can build a fort within 5 tiles of mine. Yeah, I don't think they would let that fly. I wish, but that ain't happening. Man, I'm trying to think here. I don't think Snagas they boost their own damage, not the other guys' damage, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Oh, that is cool. Cruelty. 1 ally formation deals 20% damage and increases their next instance of damage by 40. That is an interesting one. Now, does cruelty then stack? UE, some good eye right there, man. Good eye. That is a good question, which I don't have the answer to. Not yet, at least. I'm happy to see 200k these days. Me too. Well, yeah, the reason why I'm mentioning 300k on Dane, because that would make it very enticing to run Dane alone. Curious to see that working though. Very curious. Who's bringing their formation? Ager. Ager. Would you be able to tell if it's stacked just from the overview? Where is Matix? Where's Maddox, Cleona? I don't see him here. So, I mean, what do you mean, Demon Goddess? Would you be able to tell if it's that? Oh, good question. No, you have to go into the report to see, honestly. Anything like that. I mean, if you look at the damage and it's crazy high, you can say, okay, it looks like, you know, it's a bit off. But you have to look into the reports to really see what's going on. Oh, man. So... All right, somebody just DM'd. All right, okay, a lot of Snagas here. That's very expensive. Oh, that's Mishi running. Oh, I don't want to do that. Might have to go through this report later to see if Snagas because you have to go through slowly to see what Snagas are doing. So Snagas are on the red team. So allied would be the next one. Okay, would be cruelty. So activates cruelty. Snagas formation causes Dane Ironfoot to take. Okay. Relentless vigor. Snagathrax causes cruelty. Oh well, that's the thing. The cruelty is actually. So this doesn't boost. So Snagas don't boost. They don't really boost the damage. They do an instance of damage of 20%. Yeah, so it's not the same. Snagas, they do an instance of, it causes them to do an instance of damage of 20%. It's not the same thing as our war drummers here. War drummers, where they, you know, the instance of damage dealt by 12 plus 20%. These are two different skills, sadly. No, Rada wouldn't work in this case. Kirtan, maybe? Yeah. Oof, they're coming. Gotta defend, yo. Come on, let's march. Let's march, Galadriel. Oh, oh yeah, I forgot somebody hit me. Might not have units. Not have enough units. Let's do tactical. Neither of these do. Matt, oh, yo, what's up, Matt? Oh, never mind. I saw Matt Six's name up there now. What's up, yo? How you doing, my friend? When are you guys, Matt Six? Have you guys decided on a season yet? Yeah, man, you gotta fight. You gotta fight now. I was like, I know if you're on your phone, it's either you, it's either you watch the stream or you you play the game. That's rough. Is it that the war drummer damage boost probably stacks. I can see 2 damage plus 20 in the report. Rose Tyler, can you send me that over? All right, who's tagging? Somebody tagging me? We're playing a season 1 right now. It's fun. You're playing season 1? What? Who says they have a report that it shows that war drummers stack? Who sent that over? Oh, there you go. Rose Tyler for the win. Rose, okay, send that over. If you have a report with double war drummers, send that over, please, and we can have a gander. All right. Oh, thank you so much for doing this. See, this is the kind of stuff, guys. This is the kind of stuff. We're playing against each other and yet willing to, help each other. Let's have a look at the report here. So you have war drummers are on Axok and Gandalf the White. All right. Axok and Gandalf the White. War drummer triggers war drummer. Remotivate. No, wait, that's not the one. The skill we're talking about is called inspiration. Okie, let's go. I want inspiration. So, okay, no cures. Inspiration. So he hit Frodo and Sam. Okay, so they would do more damage. Okay, so Aylmer also. Okay, so that's the first instance. So essentially, whoever is running, see, this is you guys have to think about, okay? Cool, man. Cool. Well, look, so this is something you gotta also have to think. If you want the damage, the question is no. I don't think. Never mind. I don't think it matters really. I was gonna say if you want the damage to trigger on your damage dealers on the right rounds, then you have to have the people running war drummers to go first, but they can go after, because if they go after the next instance, it's still the one with the damage. So yeah, I think it should be fine. Now the question is, does it stack inspiration? So the inspiration hit Gandalf the White and Axog. Nope, the other one was Frodo and Elmer. I need something. That's the thing, though. I need something that will trigger. Both will trigger on the same commander. Let's go round 2 then. Okay, let's go to round 4. Rose said something about round 4. Let's look at round 4. Oh, the issue. Okay, well, it has to be at round 3 because Elmer goes first. So, okay, so Gandalf the White. Inspiration hits who? Elmer and Frodo. Okay. Inspiration hits. Where is remotivate? Inspiration hits. Okay, there we go. So these two, this round, both war drummers targeted Aylmer. So in round 4, Aylmer should be doing a lot of damage. Oh, there you go. You guys can see this? Look at this. Yo, look at this. It stacks. Unless the game is saying it stacks, but it actually doesn't. This is pretty cool right here. So then you see him doing, you know, more damage. That's pretty cool. Think about it. So that's 40%. No, I mean, it's a potential of 40% every so often. Could be something to really test, you know. Look, he did 866 damage to Goat Riders. Let's see round 1 how much damage Elmer did. Look at that. Look at that. From 558 to 8 something. That could be a game changer, guys. For the build that we're talking about, the idea of getting Dane to do 300k of damage. So you're running, think about it, running White Rider 25% more. Running Deceiver, and then running 2 War Drummers. That could work. Angus, no worries, bro. I thank you so much for what you've done today. You take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'll definitely try to be streaming a little bit earlier tomorrow, so we can chat a little bit longer. All right, you take care, bro. With Gala and Swansea, yeah, exactly. That could work. That could really work. Gala to tank, to protect us, the War Drummers, because we know they are squishy. And then Dang just pumping out that damage. That could be extremely good. Imagine if you're hitting large units. So you run something small, something very small and tanky on Gandalf. Or whatever, something very tanky on Gandalf. You can run, you know, Ram Riders. You can run Guardians, whatever you want to run. And then you run, or even Wusses. You can even run, I mean, this might be a bit too squishy of a build. You gotta make it a little bit beefier. So maybe something very strong. Maybe something like War Chariots. Expensive, yes, but then very versatile for what he needs. Right? War Drummers with a lot of unit damage or unit defense. A lot of unit defense because you're going to need it. And then potentially Galadriel as a healer. Either a healer or, okay, or Undying for the evasion. That could work too. Potentially. And then you don't really, I don't know if I would run then. Yeah, probably still run Swan Knights because you need that protection versus shadows, really. Interesting. That could be a build to test, but then again, I can't test that this season. Makes it very difficult. I don't think we have any more slots for neutral units, and I don't think anybody was able to train any this season. Let's have a look. No, not this. Employment Hall. We have these 5 and these. 0 Mumakil. A few Cold Drakes. Yeah, everything else is that. Okay, some Dale Watchmen. Yeah, no War Drummers. And that we ain't getting any. Sheesh. It is what it is, y'all. But definitely a potential good idea here, guys. Potentially. Círdan and Gala with War Drummers and 2DD would be interesting as well. Yeah, I mean that could potentially work, yeah. Are they still hitting the stack here, the crossing? Can they still trail you if you leave your fellowship? What do you mean trail you? What do you mean demon goddess trail you? Oh man, you're gonna start lagging again. There's not that many people hitting here. If you go get your war drummers, I mean, if I left the fellowship, they could, I guess they could leave me, but then again, not sure if that would be. I wouldn't do that, just for the test either, because then it's one less player to help the team, and I can always test next season. Yeah, we hitting the stack. Let's go. Yeah, let's go, Gala. I kind of want to. I wanted to test that, but I don't. There's no way to test it now. Cool idea, though. That's pretty cool. I'm still thinking of the large unit formation and the tank formation. Maybe last week or so of season, depending how it looks, maybe more. For now, too much fun with PvP. Yeah, there's no way I could drop fellowship right now to go after war drummers. I'd probably be exiled from mutes if I did something like that. Fair enough. I don't know. I was just thinking the most will take it like a day, so maybe when things cool down. Exactly. It won't take too long, honestly, and it wouldn't take too long, but maybe at the end of the season, once. It'll be kind of nice if there's still a few days. Can't remember how many days it is after the season rewards clock runs out. I think it's just like a few hours, isn't it? I can't remember. Usually don't pay attention after the countdown is done. One day, yeah, so not enough time. Gotta think here. I'm gonna be doing a lot of soul searching tonight and tomorrow to think about a few formations. The large unit one and the tank one. I really want to work on an extremely tanky formation. What gear you got ready for Kira? I mean, I can make a set fairly quickly. Well, I can make a set fairly quickly on Kirun, but I'm not really running anything. He hasn't PvP'd once. He's only 40. I need the scrolls for 245 or switch. Do the X. I could also do the XP switch. I mean, I can build probably anything at this point. I can get some evasive action here. I have a lot of options. Nazgo is just still thinking here. I have enough damage formations or damage dealing formations that I'm just trying to think something outside the box. Full might on Nazgo on. Interesting. Why you say that? Have you always been on Uber? Nah. No, sir. I wish. That's a good question, Dahi. Not sure. Not sure yet. Not sure, honestly. All right, so we taking the crossing, y'all. Who has the 16 seconds? No, who has the quickest time here? No idea. Oh, it's ours. There we go. We can hit this baby. He can't quit. He's spending for a test. Well, you have no idea how awesome Uber is with things related to this game, man. He is just. One day I'll tell you guys. Large units got high damage, but maybe Vessi knows the calcs better. But that would be more buffing than that would be more buffing than attack output. I mean, yeah. I mean, you only want to buff stats when you're too low. In this case, if you're gonna go offense, then yes. But what I'm considering here, because we're not fighting a lot of evasion from Undying, but no gills, which then basically makes even White Rider in a way is less effective. Is a lot less effective than whatchamacallit. What's up, Rayhawk? What am I thinking here? Who did I hit? Who did I hit? Who did I hit? Who did I hit? Please let me come back. Please let me come back. Please let me come back. Yes, come back. Oh, she got wrecked soon. How many did we take out? All right, we took out just 2. All right, we took out almost 2. Look at that, Frodo and Sam. Oh, 8.7K, and Dane doing the work, baby. I mean, consider this. Look at the difference. I mean, you're running large units. I mean, I'm running small, but they're still quite tanky. Even if you consider that, they're way more expensive, but they're still very tanky. I mean, losing half of my life to a formation like this, of this size, when you look at the size of this formation, it is kind of crazy. So then I did some good damage here to our boy Wrath, and then I got then wrecked by this Odinko. Odinko, that's an interesting name. No bueno, though. All right, we're climbing up the ladder. We're slowly climbing up the ladder here. What position we in now? I think Jax took my position in merit. All right, I just barely passed Jax again. It was going to take me forever to pass CLF, though. I mean, 700K behind Melkor. Melkor rocking that scale helm. Is Glasha any good? Not really. Not really compared to the other ones. I'm glad you do, Rayhawk. We all joining here. Having some fun during this bloodbath of us hitting each other's crossings. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Just thinking about these two formations now. Thinking about this tank formation and this large unit one as well. I'm gonna go crazy tonight. Need to get something going fast. All right, so we're gonna start testing, building up, making some woodsmen to try this build tomorrow. We're getting there. All right, need some more units. Let's do some more. Let's use one more of this. I'm kind of keeping my AP points high in case I need them last minute for some reason. Other than that, nothing. The best defensive formation possible. I like evasion better than White Council personally. What's going on here? Yo! That was, I just heard the little ping on the screen, like, what's going on? Yo, Rayhawk, welcome. Welcome to our premium master private YouTube membership club, Ray Hawk. I appreciate the support, man. He just became our top tier supporter. You know, he is now a Maya supporter of the Fellow of the Rings YouTube channel. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Now, see, as you can see, one of the perks, bro, you get that beautiful ring that each month, as you move along with us, it gets purtier and purtier. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. You see, if you scroll up there, Ghost Turgon has also. Angus is blue as well because he recently joined. But Turgon is like a goldish, and Ghosts as well. So see, Cleona also has her blue ring next to it. We're part of the Fellow of the Links clan right here. I appreciate it. Awesome, man. Yo, Rayhawk now. Yo, man, come on. You became a supporter, and now you do the $20 super chat here. More bird testing. Yes, I definitely will be testing. I mean, I got such a good luck, and plus 20 in defense allows me to then use a more offensive setup, and the command here is incredible. Gotta keep the streams going at any cost, bro. Yeah. You know I'm going to do this every day, but the support that you guys are giving it definitely makes, you guys have no idea how it makes making this a lot easier. So I thank you for that. You guys seriously have no idea how much this actually means to me, how much it supports and helps. You know, because right now, you know, we do 2 hours and a little bit live streams, but the amount of hours, you know, I mean, I'm trying, you know, I'm as you can see, I'm fairly active in my team. You know, we're top 5 in merit right now. But besides being active in the game, being active here for 2 hours every single day, there's also the amount of hours that, you know, we put into in Discord, talking to different people, getting the best ideas, talking about builds and things like that. So it really, really makes my life a lot easier. So thank you for that. All right, so the ultimate. What would you guys say? So here's the time for and open up for you guys here. If you were going to recommend your ultimate, if we're trying to build the ultimate tank formation, and what I mean by tank formation, I mean every single commander is soaking up damage and taking very little of it. Usually when we talk about tanks, we usually say one commander, right? We say Frodo and Sam or Galadriel, they do really well at being that tank up front support. Now, if I wanted to say, look, I want to have a formation that just doesn't die. What would you guys recommend? Give me your ideas here. Because I'm getting, you know, talking to Vessi, I've been thinking about a couple. Now, we're going to have to, you know, really come together and, you know, put our brains together to come up with this. So Nazgo said Radagast, Undying, Gala, and another healer. Okay. One issue, okay? I because I thought of that when I was thinking of Undying. And I actually, just like you, Nazgo, I was thinking Radagast and Undying together could be great. Because in case, you know, a hit did bypass the evasion, you have that early round healing to help you. The issue, though, think about this. You're talking about healers. In round 5, when Undying heals, no other heals will happen after it. Remember that. So the healing will essentially stop mid-game, you know, mid-round, mid-fight. Okay, in round 5, 3 ally formation receive 1,000, but cannot recover HP again, and the effect cannot be purified. So, would you guys still consider healers as your main source of tank, or would you recommend maybe you remove Undying so then you can heal the whole fight? That's what I'm thinking, right? You usually don't die from early round from most commanders. Or you do. I mean, it could work. This is honestly, I'm not saying that's the right answer. I have the right answer. I like bringing in problems to say, okay, so that is a problem. True. How do we mitigate that problem? Oh, maybe if we did this other thing. So I'm just bringing out Sauron, Círdan, Gala, and Undying. Okay. I mean, we could try, think about this. We could try to mix up CC and healing and, because, doing CC, stunning commanders or getting the madness could be a way of tanking, like supporting the tank. Now, the issue is how many CC commanders do you want? Do you want to have both Kirun and Sauron there for all that crazy CC? The debuffing? I don't know. Maybe you do. You could potentially try to run like Undying, Frodo, and Sam Isildur with all their evasion skills and Woodsman. That could be a huge amount of evasion, which could then maybe justify how well they could tank in that regard. Key Rune, Sauron, Witch King, and Undying. Oh, think about this, okay? Just to put a little bit more context into the scenario. To tank well, you gotta do a few things, right? It's the idea here is not to do any damage, guys. Let's say, okay, let me go back here to the battlefront, and I'll show you what I mean, okay? So you guys can understand my point of view and what I'm trying to build. Like I said earlier, I prefer having a formation that can take 3 hits and they draw. But let's say I'm sitting on a crossing and I can take 3 hits and I still am alive, letting my teammates come and come to where I am and help me. Then take a hit, destroy the first army, but then die on the second. I prefer just tanking. I like that kind of position. And also because I already have a really strong damage dealing formation. I have multiple of those. I don't want just another one. I want something that can support potentially the ones that I already have. Trying to bring, what I'm essentially trying to do is bring some more diversity in strategy. And that's why I'm so keen to get Guahir to work, because I honestly do think he can work. I just think he has to be potentially just a full-on, burst damage as much as possible. You hit once, you pull back with large units. Is that, do you want to put your money into that? I actually don't know yet, right, for you guys. So let me give you the scenario. Let's say I'm right here in the crossing, right? And there's only 3 or 4 commanders left, and they're sending 5 or 6 armies. And I send my one to sit at the top or at the bottom. And then once they hit me, all 3 or 4 heroes that they sent at me are drawing with me. And I'm still there, just holding on for dear life. That's what I'm trying to do. And so in order for you to do that well, there's a few things you have to consider. Unit attack, I don't care. Like I said, here, I'm just trying to soak up all the possible damage. So let's consider what we can do. We need high command for the damage mitigation, and potentially, so let's go one at a time. High command for damage mitigation, right? So if when I have the right gear on helm, I hit 800 command. When I have the right, I'm missing one that a couple here that give me yes. So when I have the ones that give me 130 here, Helm is at 800 command. But let's look at 780, 40. So I can probably get minus 45 damage mitigation here. Okay? Minus 45 damage mitigation here. And then plus 120 healing. Okay? That's one thing. So damage mitigation from command. You also need defense, high defense from physical damage dealers, either units or commanders. That's the other thing. The third one you could use is some healing. And the healing scales the most still from command. Oh, wow. Is the game frozen? What's going on? Okay, here we go. Okay, so then you can do some healing as well. And the last one could be your CC. Now, how do you combine all of them? That's the trick question. How do you combine all four of these in order to be the best tanking formation? Oh, then again, you got a third one, not get hit, which is evasion. Now, which one of these combinations will make it for the best possible tanking formation? I mean, I could see Undying formation with the evasion doing extremely well. The question to me is can I take 3 or 4 hits? Because one theory is using woodsmen, because woodsmen, they can get up to 30% evasion if fighting on wood tiles. It's 20% chance if not fighting in regular tiles, and 30% if it's fighting on wood tiles. That kind of stacks with Frodo and Sam's and Isildur's evasion skills, which can then bring it to basically 50% chance of evasion. Okay, that's one of the ways. And you can have Undying for your evasion as well on commanders, and then the healing from his R4. The question, like I said earlier, a little bit earlier though, now the first problem you encounter with using Undying is that at round 5, so essentially if Undying is slower, he will act, he will act at the end of round 5, which essentially means only 4 more rounds, 6, 7, 8, and 9, or 5 more rounds. If he attacks first, if he goes first, then his healing is only actually effective for 4 rounds, if you know what I mean. Hope you guys understand what I mean. But then after that, all the healing from Galadriel gets nullified. And it kind of feels that in Undying, you might lose some of the benefits from Undying that way. Maybe not. I don't know. So then again, this is the kind of stuff I'm working on for this week. There's these 2 builds that I gotta at least start getting some more data for, so I can bring it to you guys. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna read some of the comments, guys, and then we're gonna close for tonight because I'm going to be back tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I get some rest, y'all get some rest, so we can then come together here again. Maybe I have some news. Maybe you guys have some news from these ideas. Círdan will purify, but the healing cannot be purified from Undying. His R4, as you guys saw just a little bit ago. Where is it? Here. Okay. His R4 cannot be purified. Okay. Biggest tank I've ever seen hit was Undying, Sauron, Gandalf the White, and Dane was a brick wall. That is an interesting idea. I mean, this is kind of what we're talking about now, Rayhawk, is building this tank formation, and that's a good idea to run him as the tank. I might, once I have some more woodsmen, woodsman is fine. That's actually not the one I wanted to run. Once I have some more drummers at the end of the season, hopefully we can test this, making Dane do 280,000 damage on his own. Then I think you're going to have a prime formation for people to run. And the cool thing about this formation, it only really takes Dane to be Z1. Everything else can be at R4, essentially. Gandalf the White would be, if you're going to have to choose between, in this formation you just talked about, Rayhawk, you want Gandalf the White and, and Dane higher respect. Both of the add-ons can be low respect with good gear. That would work really well. Sauron, Cyrdan, and Gala Undying. A lot of those. There's 3 healers there. I think also enemy debuff commanders to decrease the damage output of them. Then high mitigation, healing, evade combination on your own. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. I'm just trying to position my thoughts, Nazgo, as to what would be the best. Cool thing about Isildur is that he gives, remember, if you run Isildur, this could be so good, honestly. If you run Isildur with Undying, who is it? Rayhawk that sent me? I knew it was gonna be you sending me the report. I mean, you gotta take into consideration too here, Rayhawk, that he is running, counter units on Dane to yours. But yeah, and also you're using small versus a medium here too. So, but yeah, this is pretty good. Very expensive units too, but considering the size of his account, it's actually decent, very, very decent. Thank you, Rayhawk, for the report, bro. Cat Lady is a possible option. It's a possible. So there is a theory here. Let me read a theory for you guys for a ultimate healing formation. Okay. Potentially, let's see here. Sunind, Radagast, Black Serpent, and Baruthiel. This could potentially be a good one, but this, like I was talking to Vasi, versus physical damage. And my concern is not so much physical damage. My concern is with all the elemental damage that people run. Hence why, when I had my Ogler with 360 unit defense, I still struggled. If going back to that report we talked about in the beginning of the stream, I ran this formation here, okay, with the Isildur first, which did well considering that I have a few counter. Equal to equal in a way. I did counter some of his. These are low respect commanders. The gear sets are not even matching, so they are a little some R10, R9, R4, Z15. Okay, and he's running a Z2, R14, Z1, and Z6. Okay, so it is kind of balanced, but because this guy here has so much elemental damage, these guys didn't really didn't really shine. And again, this could be a great one, a potential, right? In this case, we mixed both high unit defense with very high unit offense. So we had both. And still, as you can see, obviously no white council here. But in this case, if I had the evasion, especially the defense from Isildur's R4 would have lasted a lot longer on these guys. Because you're getting the evasion, and only later than the procs of his defense would be then triggered, potentially making them last longer. Let's see what else you guys got. Kier definitely purifying. So Dahi, Kirun, Sauron, Witch King, and Undying. Gala for the heals, yes, but then like I said earlier, if you're running Undying, then you might not be able to do that much. A CC army could be one of the secret weapons here. If you run a very, very, very high CC formation, you can potentially get them to hit themselves, right? Or at least just hit you later, making, for example, your evasion lasts longer. A lot of things we have to test. Cat Lady, like I said earlier, could be an option. Run an all evil, 1 support, and 3 damage dealers. Yes. I mean, that works quite well. You can run Skullhound, Saruman, the Shadow, and just an Undying as your tank. It works fairly well. But then again, like I said, I'm trying to build a formation that I can just take 3 hits, 3-4 hits, and at the 4th, then I die. That's the kind of stuff that I'm trying to build. Is it possible? Maybe no. Maybe 2.0, 2.5 made it so you can't do that. I still have a hunch that you can. Especially versus physical damage, I'm pretty sure you can. Versus the mix of elemental and physical, or just elemental, that is the trick, because the only commanders that have, damage mitigation from everything is White Council, essentially. And it's instant based, so that might not work. Let's see. Seabass said, Círdan, Gala, Gandalf the Grey, and Acom. Gala and Círdan early round heals. Gandalf the Grey heals another calm once a round, and then heals 6 to 7 hits. And finally, Acom reduces damage taken while stunned or madness. That's something that I was looking through my commanders, and King of Man could be an option. Definitely could be an option. Definitely Seabass could be an option. I may be biased, but full CC and Acom with evasion and healing seems to do best for drawing. Yeah, that it definitely works. Let's see if we can make it so it draws 4 to 5 times. 3 to 4 times, I'd be happy. Anything above that, I'd be freaking jumping out of my chair. Fernando Dutra, Sauron, Gala, Círdan, and Bjorn. Healing formation madness on 3 commanders. Interesting use woodsman. That could also work. All right, guys, let's do this. I actually don't want to end the stream, but I gotta keep it to the 2 hours for now, until I can say bye-bye to my job. I gotta keep it 2 hours for now so I can make sure I balance everything out. But I just want to thank everybody for sticking with me up until now. We got Fernando here, Demon Goddess, Seabass, Dahi, Johnny Boy, Ace, Nazgo. Thank you, Nazgo. Rayhawk, brother, thank you for both of the things you've done today. I really appreciate it. Angus, who left a little bit ago. Braxton Peterson. I'll answer if you hop back on the stream tomorrow. I will answer that question that you posted if you ask me again tomorrow. All right. I probably still have Turgon here. We have Ghost. Thank you, bro. We got Fernando Dutra, Necromancer. Rose Tyler, Matix. If I'm not seeing you guys right now here, it's it's just because I can't go all the way back to my chat since the stream started. But I want to just say thank you for all of you guys. Balance is important. See y'all tomorrow. Take care. The Glazers. Been a stalker for a bit. First time chat. Yo, Glazers. Welcome to the chatter. To the chatter part of the YouTube. I appreciate. Oh, okay. I'm a Cleed. All right, man. Good. Welcome to the group here. Make sure make your voice heard. We're here to chat. All right, guys. We will see you. Yes, it's been incredible fun. Which one of the Cleeds? I actually thought Cleed was just one person, and I found out it's a group now. It's crazy, guys. You guys have a great evening. Thank you for being with me up until now. And I'll see you guys. You know the drill. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Casanova, amazing job with the live every day. Keep it up. I appreciate it. Come back tomorrow, y'all. All right? Tomorrow's going to be the day. I'm going to have some more ideas for you guys. Peace. See you guys in less than 24 hours. Take care, everybody.